a good renovation has an end result that doesn't have you thinking, oh, I wish you'd done this or this or this or this.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, stairs are one big issue. And I often think, oh, I wish I'd done this or this, right? So they have to be, in a Victorian terrace, for instance, they're really steep. I've seen them at like 45-degree angle. They're like climbing a ladder, right? Now
Gosh.
you can't build a house with that, or you can't add an extension on and have a staircase that steep because it's no longer to code. It's dangerous.
Mm,
But if it's existing and that's what was in the house when it was originally built, you can leave them there. But I have seen some attic conversions. So a lot of terrace houses have got quite a high pitch in the
yeah,
roof
yeah.
and an opportunity to potentially go up and put another room up there. And I have seen them ranging from fantastic conversions where you got a nice easy staircase up there. It enters the room at the right spot, so you've got a full floor, full plate. You don't have this raised section because quite often you have to have a raised section because it cuts into the roof of the ceiling of the room down underneath. Like, it's very complicated getting these right.
Yes.
The amount of times I've walked up staircases to go into an attic, and I've got my sunnies on my head and I've whacked it and my sunnies have hit my head and I'm not even that tall, right? So anyone taller than me has to duck, right? So that's very common.
Yeah.
Also, what happens is quite often I've seen them, I don't know how they got them approved because they're really steep. It's like climbing a ladder. Or other times the way that they've had to return because they haven't had the roof height and the length to actually have the one flight of stairs into the attic. They usually have a turn somewhere.
Mhm.
And so they enter the middle of the room, which means that basically you've got this nice big room, but then you've got a staircase in the middle of it, which means you can't put a bed anywhere. Like literally, you've got this
Wow.
small room outside it. And then the other thing I often see is that you enter into a space where, so you might want to have a study up there, for instance, but it's got dormer window. You've got this sort of fairly high pitched ceiling. And if you put a desk against the wall, you can't actually put a computer on it because the roof runs down to the back of the desk, So they've spent all this money creating a room that actually isn't usable.
Oh
And,
gosh.
and it's just
And that's
awful.
just one small thing. So you're
One.
right, those people that walk in and say, I can see the vision, but they've forgotten the key element, which is how you get from one level to another one.
Yeah.
It's all well and good to think that, but we often talk about clunky layouts, and if you can't fix a layout, then it's not a property that should be renovated. You
No.
should never put money into a property that doesn't have that functional flow and that ability to work as a fully functioning property for the demographic and number of people that it's actually designed for. So, if it's a 2-person house or a 3-person house or a 6-person house, you have to have that right balance of bedrooms, bathrooms, living spaces,
Outdoor space.
connections, and how things flow or can be shut off.